Hey guys, Griffin here, and today we're going to be talking about faction rep in Wrath. But before we get started, please take the time to like and subscribe, as it really does help me out. Okay, guys, I'm waiting for a group to form to run a heroic guard pinnacle, I think. And in the meantime, I thought I'd do a quick video explaining rep to you. So in case you're not sure of how this works and how to go about it, here's how we're going to explain it. So first, let's go over rep. So in order to get rep, you have to get friendly with it. Now, usually it requires doing quests. You'll have to look up which quests. For example, Wormrest Accord quests are going to start in Dragonblight at Wormrest Temple. That's right here. Argent Crusade, there's quests here and quests down like right here and here. So those are going to be that. I'm in Blade are over here. You just kind of have to look up to see where they are, but those are the three main ones. Kirin Tor is obviously going to take place mostly in Dalaran. But they're spread out everywhere, so it's worth researching and figuring out how to get friendly. And friendly is kind of what you want, so you can put the tabard on, and at later games it'll make more sense. Now, the reason the tabards are important is once you hit level 80 dungeons, so your Halls of Lightning, your Violet Hold, anything considered late level dungeons, you'll start getting rep for every kill you get, and that's important because you want to get rep so you can get the items. Okay, so now you understand how rep works. I'm going to explain to you what order I went in. And by the way, the tabards only applies to about 4 of these, so keep that in mind. You'll still have to do regular rep grinds for some of them. I'll get to that in a sec. Okay, so the first one I went to was Wormrest Accord, and I recommend it. These bracers are absolutely amazing. The only thing better are going to be probably your Emblems of Valor bracers, so just go ahead and get these. Really good bracers really early on. You're going to want it. Now, if you're worried about just getting into Nax and not worried about gear right away, we'll talk about that in a second, but if you're trying to level up your tune and get some gear on them, Wormrest Accord is the way to go. The next one I'd recommend is Argent Crusade for the boots. These boots are only worse than the Emblems of Valor ones. Again, this is not counting Nax gear in case you're curious. These are really good boots. I definitely recommend grabbing them. However, if you don't care about these boots and you don't care about the bracers, you're going to go to Knights of the Ebon Blade for Revered. It's not on here, but at Revered, you can get a head enchant called Arcanum of Torment. Now, regardless of what you're doing, Nax, whatever, you want this Arcanum. So if you are only just trying to, level up an alt and just be able to get the best enchant on them, then you're going to want to do Knights of the Ebon Blade first. However, if you're hurrying up and this is the beginning of Wrath that you're deciding to watch this video, chances are you're going to want to do Wormrest Accord, then Argent Crusade, then Knights of the Ebon Blade. But you only need Revered, keep that in mind. The one I skipped that most people talk about is Kirin Tor. The only thing in Kirin Tor are these legs. They are really good. I do recommend if you can get them, grab them, but they're not high priority. Especially if you're rocking the leggings of Immortal Knight from Selma Plateau, or if you're just getting your hands on a different pair. There's the Gore Hide leg guards from Gundrak are really good. They're better than these. However, if you can't get those, which I'm struggling with right now, you might want to pick these up. Not a high priority for me because I do have the leggings of Immortal Knight, but for someone who is trying to or not doesn't have those and can't get the board hide leg guards, excuse me, these are really good too. But I put those fourth just because they're blue, they're going to get replaced, and the other two aren't unless you're getting emblems. Okay, now the other thing I want to talk about is Sons of Hodir. The reason this is important is because these are your shoulder enchants. If you are an inscriptionist, you could ignore this because you'll be making your own shoulder enchants, but if not, you do need this. Now, in order to actually do this, there is no tabard, so you have to unlock it and then do the dailies. Let me show you where that's at. So you have to go up to Storm Peaks. You can only get up here at level 77, but essentially, or do these quests mainly at 77. But you'll start a quest at K3 called They Took Our Men, I think. And you're gonna do a quest up here, and then it's gonna be a long quest chain. You're gonna go to Temple of Storm. You're gonna go to Dun Nephilim, which is where you're gonna want to end up. And eventually, you're gonna unlock all the dailies, and you're gonna want to do all 6 dailies every day until you hit Exalted. So I've been doing it almost every day. I missed one day, and mine is Revered almost 14,475. So I'll probably hit it in the next day or two, probably today, to be honest with you. So once you hit Exalted with that, you can finally use those fancy enchants. There are like lower level ones at Honor that you can do. These are equivalent to the ones you could get in TBC, so not a big deal, but still worth knowing about. And then at Exalted, you can get these. And what's cool about these are bind on account, which means you never need to get Sons of Hodir rep on another tune if you don't want, because you can just send these to other tunes on your account. So just keep that in mind. That's how that works. But yes, you can't wear tabard for this. You have to do the dailies. Okay, so now for any other factions, there's Frenzy Heart Tribe. The only thing maybe is Kaluak, that's the fishing one, and Oracles. Oracle does have an interesting trinket. I will be talking about this in a different video for a farming strategy I want to try out. I don't know if it's going to work, so I'm going to save that conversation. But this is not good for raiding, mainly because you only get the energy, mana, rage, whatever. If you do the killing blow, at least that was the current way it worked back in the day. I'm assuming that's how it still is today. But yeah, that is the rep order. I'm going to just run through it really quick. If you need the gear, Wormrest, Argent Crusade, Knights of the Ebon Blade, Kirin Tor, and then at all times, Sons of Hodir. If you don't need the gear, Knights of the Ebon Blade priority. That's it, guys. Hope that video was helpful. I hope this video is helpful. Hopefully it's short enough. Thanks for watching, and as always, guys, take care.